Yo, what's going on, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. And today we are going to be trying to finish the new quests for unlocking the I think you need them to unlock the final boss, but either way we need to go confront Child. And he's in the Golden House, which is somewhere over there. So we might have to do a little bit of climbing. I don't think there's a teleport point for us, so we're gonna have to walk. But I'm not sure how much is left of this quest. It might be a two-parter, or it might just end right here. I'm sure we will find out soon enough. But yeah, I think that you need to finish this quest. I could be wrong, it could be a different quest to unlock the last, or at least the third world boss for right now. So the world bosses we currently have are Dvalin and the Wolf. And there is another one. I know what it is, but I won't spoil it for anyone who doesn't know. I'm sure we'll figure it out soon. Although this area is pretty sweet, huh? I think this area didn't exist in the original game, and it probably just came about when this quest came at 1.1. Let's go. Oh, it's a domain. Wait, what's it called? Hold on. It's called the Golden Shadow.
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora.
There is a lot of Mora for who knows why.
This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing.
Yeah, let's go with that second
So
one.
it's a trap! Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business.
Paimon gets so easily distracted.
Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here?
That ain't good.
Paimon smells trouble.
Why did it take us so long to notice that guy?
Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is alright.
Oh boy. I have a suspicion that we are going to fight someone in this arena. I find it really odd that the doors only have one guard. Like, don't you think there should be guards on both sides, but there's only a guard on one side? Bothers me.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Well, I'm sure we all know who that voice is.
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there?
I'm not so sure about this never defeat thing. He's fighting someone, like, neither of these two people understand how much power the other one has. Like, we're from a different, or like, we're dimensional travelers or whatever, so we don't really know exactly how strong a Harbinger is. Harbinger, how is he gonna understand how strong this random dimensional traveler is? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to it.
Alright, let's do it.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got.
This makes me really wish I had gotten Child.
So come now, amuse me.
Because he seems like a really cool character. But... oh, I didn't realize that was a reoccurring thing. Looks like you're the one cowering. It's a good time for maximum Klee damage. Oh, he's running. Oh, I wasn't expecting that, but it didn't deal any damage, so we're good. Now, if I know correctly, this is not the whole fight. Oh, jeez. Almost lost Klee there. Come back here, you turbo nerd. Oh. Child delusion unleashed. Oh, he has electricity now? Wasn't really expecting that. Can I still hit him with electricity? Dodge. Oh, didn't dodge that. Can you please stop? How did you knock me up while I had a shield? He's already pretty weak. I mean, I guess this is a level 30 dungeon or whatever. I mean, he is level 80. So I don't know if he'd always be level 80. I mean, this guy's pretty cool. Granted, I feel like I'm so strong that I just kind of ignore the mechanics. That's not how the fight went at all. We were never on the back foot.
Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Was that Ning Wong?
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed...
Oh, maybe that was our Geo power.
This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Oh, is there another phase to this fight? Are we not done yet? I've also heard the theory that maybe this character, Child of the 11 Harbingers, maybe this character might be a playable character. Because he has an electric thingamajig. What are they called? Vision instead of the water vision that he normally has. So that could indicate that it's a completely different character that might be playable. Okay, what's the name of this boss? Just Child? He doesn't have a title? We are just unleashing hell on him. That's Klee for you. And my Klee is probably one of my weaker characters right now. But Klee just does so much damage. Alright, let's heal up. Right now my geared character is really Venti. Klee is not as geared as I would like. And Noelle's not really geared at all. She has all 4-star artifacts. But Venti's fully tricked out. I just don't think he'll be that effective here. Mostly because Klee just does stupid amounts of damage. We could check Venti. Like, he hits hard, but he just doesn't hit as much as Klee. Like, Klee hits hard a lot. Venti hits hard. Oh, what is this? Does it keep going? No, it does not. There's the whale, which is like, each of the Harbingers has like a sign. Child's is a whale. What is this thing I have on me? It's too far away. Where's it going? Oh, okay. I guess Noelle is my take damage character, so that's fine. Is this it? Already? You done?
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis.
Oh yeah, really?
You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
I don't know if this one's actually true. I mean, I guess we have to... both of these are thoughts, so I don't think we actually tell him anything, but...
You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity.
I mean, when Signora fought us, in theory, you're only supposed to have the wind element, right? Because you haven't left, what's it called? Is it called Mondstadt? Is the entire area called Mondstadt or just a city? I don't remember. But you haven't left the Animo area yet, in theory, even though most people already have and explored some leeway and acquired the Geo element. So technically, you'd be half of the power while you're fighting Signora as what you are when you're fighting Child.
This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
Yeah, probably.
What? So you mean that...
I don't know. I doubt that Rex Lapis is alive. So my theory earlier was that Child killed Rex Lapis. If Child killed Rex Lapis, wouldn't he have taken the Gnosis immediately? So it couldn't have been Child, right? It had to have been someone else.
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts.
So what you're saying is the death of Rex Lapis was completely fake, and they were just trying to bait out anyone who was working against Rex Lapis or waiting for his fall, which they did.
As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weaker than I. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. I seldom willingly mingle with any dull and boring weaklings who think otherwise. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
A god?
I mean, we did already do the entire Stone Forest thing, so we might have beat him to it.
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
I'm pretty sure we already awakened it. We already awakened it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
Child's pretty sweet. As in cool. Looks like Kyogre.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Highly rude.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Is that Ningguang's temple? Being blown into the middle of the ocean? That seems like a problem. So is there more, or is that it for the quest right now?
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Do we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What?
Oh hey, it's Zhao.
Doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adept but you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Lilith? Just seeing this overlord of the vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
Is this the old lady who lives inside the teapot?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Lilith. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yep.
Is the Jade Chamber a weapon?
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
Well, guess we're not done yet.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go ahead too!
Can I suck you guys up?
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you are made of then. What strength remains within you. What wishes to witness.
Well, there's not really a whole lot of enemies, so this seems a little bit too easy. Are there more? Oh, there you are. Get sucked up.
Take off. Yahoo!
Who next? Is this a timing based thing, or where are all the turbo nerds at? Oh, there you are.
Time for takeoff. Let's play.
Get back here. You don't think you can touch that ballista, do you? Venti is really good at defense things, especially against anyone who can be affected by his ultimate. I mean, the next one's got to be the middle one again, right? Or all of them at the same time? Who knows? Middle, maybe?
Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Oh, okay. That hurt. A lot, actually. should probably heal up.
Their attacks are unrelenting.
How dare you. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward.
Alright, let's suck him.
Last one.
Get out of here. Hey, you guys can't do that. Excuse you. Oh no, they got their shields. We got some problems. These guys are tough. We need to take care of the water one first. They won't.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
They're doing too much damage. Can the old lady help? I can't actually get these guys off.
Bloom's heart. Here, take this.
What is this?
Get the energy
Oh, here we go.
from your body. It's like the time in Julian Cars.
Can we bring
It's Madam Pink
Klee back?
Shortwave. This green is really strong.
Oh, come on, really? How do I keep getting frozen? They're not even attacking. Oh, they're over there too, huh? Luckily we do stupid amounts of damage. I don't know why these guys got so much stronger. At the beginning of the fight they were like little wimps, and then all of a sudden they got like super strong.
I must leave no stone unturned. With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War. So this is what Ganya's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
Wait, so what exactly is happening? We're really fast. We do like shockwaves every few attacks. And I don't know what Ganyu gave us. But like, there's no enemies. I just gotta dodge this stuff. One of the ballistas didn't get hurt at all. But the other ones are not looking great. Are we good, finally?
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
Oh, good.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Someone needs assistance.
Oh, that's not who I meant to bring out. I meant to bring out this dude.
Get away.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of damage.
Let's play.
Oh, Klee might just wreck shop here. Oh, what happened? I accidentally pressed B. My bad. Wait, we could jump really high? No, we can't. I don't know what happened there.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
Yeah, this is... With all the shockwaves that we create, and Klee's ultimate, it's a lot of damage. Are we done? Oh, there's still more. Oh, we like heal now too. Someone has given us the power to heal, which might be Ganyu actually. That would make sense. Can you stop with the stupid explosions? The explosions is the only thing that's like really annoying for me to deal with. Because it does a lot of damage. And Klee can't withstand a lot of damage.
Think you can get away?
Hello.
Brace yourself.
I can't let them hit this one. This one's like vital to the operation now. Because it's pretty weak. Man, they just don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming, huh? Just like Smash Mouth.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades. Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
That lot? Was that it? We good?
The interlopers are no more Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Uh-oh. It's like Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon's final attack. The platform's cracking, Ningguang. That's bad.
Be careful now. The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this? I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
So did we lose someone? I feel like I didn't see Ningguang.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your
Oh no,
assistance.
she's still here.
If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
I don't know how much there is left to this quest, so I guess we'll just finish it up. How far away is this? We could teleport the 15 feet. I wish it gave me some clue as to how much was left, but I mean, this appears to be the end because we get the Geo thingamajiggle. So it would make sense. I don't think we've ever... Have we been to this place before? The actual funeral parlor?
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Okay, I guess we gotta run around a little bit. How do we get there? It's like right up there, right? Also, can we go back to the Golden House right now? Yeah, so it's a domain now already. So it looked like that last quest was what you needed to unlock it. Now we just got random stuff going on. I didn't really mean to talk to you. I wanted to go in.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers. Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Oh, Zhongli already took it?
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Well, that's a thing. Wait, how did this... He's Rex Lapis? I don't understand.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, They exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the people. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague child, just as I had requested. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for walking that path with me, Traveler. These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Ah, fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
You're not even gonna tell us what you got out of it? Okay, so we just gotta leave. And this quest is taking forever. I should have cut it halfway, but here we are now. Didn't really get to read what that said.
Of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Okay, well, it just keeps going on and on and on and on. So I think we'll save the rite of parting for next time. But we did unlock the domain, the Golden House domain, where you will be able to fight the third world boss, which is the guy that we fought in it earlier. So that should be exciting, as well as it's something that you should probably be doing every week just to get his rewards and stuff. But either way, that's going to do it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. We'll see you next time when we do the Rite of Parting.